Well, I've just been packing right now to go on a little trip tomorrow. I'm actually flying in to Bozeman and then renting a car, and then I'm staying in Gardner, Montana, just outside the northern entrance of Yellowstone National Park. So I used to fly all the time for work. I was always flying. I did that for a long time, going to trade shows and craft shows and all these different things. And then I quit and I stopped flying around, and then COVID happened. And now it's been about 4 years since I have been on an airplane, and I have been just fine with that because I've been driving around and living in the van. But this is a different kind of trip because this one is not coming with me. Sorry. So I'm going to fly in and rent a car, drive to my cabin. So no logistics. Where am I going to park? Where am I going to camp? All those things is not going to be an issue on this trip. And it feels kind of luxurious, and I'm excited. But now I'm packing, preparing all the things for this one to be taken care of, which is the worst part about traveling because she can't come with me on this. But this whole trip started because part of my job is working on the website for the park. And I've been looking at the Yellowstone website a lot because they have a really good one. One of the pages that they have is a like a breakdown by month of like what animals you're likely to see and what the weather will be like while you're visiting. And so I was looking at it, and April is when the bears start coming out, and I really want to see bears. So I'm packing all my batteries and camera equipment and a few items of clothing. I'm not sending anything, I'm just carrying everything on the plane, so whatever I can carry is coming with me, which is mostly just a lot of photo equipment. And my plan is just to stalk wildlife from dawn until dusk. And then I'll come back to you. Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna miss you too. Have to wake up at 5 a.m. and drive 4 hours to Salt Lake City. And my flight's at 11 a.m. So I'm giving myself a little bit extra time and leaving at 5, which will probably end up being just in time.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 4 doors, 2 on each side.
Okay, I just got my rental car. It is a Hyundai Santa Fe, but it's brand new. It smells like new car. I haven't smelled a new car smell in a long time. I drove 4 hours to get to the Salt Lake City airport, and then the flight was 48 minutes. So now we're gonna go get some groceries and snacks and drive to Yellowstone. We are here in Yellowstone. It's me. I'm here in Yellowstone. I'm waiting for sunset because obviously that's the best time to shoot, and also when these types of animals are out and about and a little bit more active. So I'm just sitting here in the car. I have this really pretty view right now. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so I passed by this group of dudes back there that are all clustered around, like they're all in one like group. Cameras all pointing up that way. Turns out someone thinks they saw a mountain lion. Here's the thing about this though. When I drove by, it was just like 10, 15 dudes with like $50,000 cameras. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but really expensive, fancy cameras. And I have my like Tamron lens and a used 7D Mark II, which I know is not like, that's nice stuff, but like the last thing I'm gonna do is just roll up and set up next to those dudes with their fancy cameras, which I mean, my camera's fine. I could definitely get a shot, but there's something really intimidating about that, and that's really stupid. And I'm like ashamed of myself for that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here and lurk around or if I'm going to move on to another spot in the valley. I just want to get like a bear picture or wolf picture or something on my first day. So then it takes like the stress off the rest of the trip. So I can just be like, okay, I already got it. The rest is just like fun. I mean, it's fun anyway, but you know what I mean. Bear. Actually can't tell how many bears it is, but there's bears down there. I love it. Finally done with this day. 14 hours. I'm gonna look at some of the photos I snapped today, but I predict I don't know, I'll be asleep in like 20 minutes. I'm going to check the sunrise time for tomorrow and then try to be in the park just about at that time. So that's day one. I'm wiped, but like in a good way. 6:20 a.m. The sun has not come up yet. We are heading into Yellowstone to try to catch some, I always forget the word, crepuscular animals. Those that are most active at dawn and dusk. So let's hope for a lot of animals. Ooh. Let's hope for a lot of animals and good lighting. Keeping an eye out for wildlife. We'll see what we see. I was told to look up along certain ridge lines. Where I ended up stopping, which was like one of the only available spots, is that what I'm looking like? Jesus. I ended up being kind of right above him. I could hear him chewing. I mean, that's just insane. I spent a lot of time there. The challenge with this is I feel like I'm missing other things when I stop, but I'm trying to get out of that mindset because it seems like if there's something there, you spend the time. That was freaking cool. But sun is up now. Let's see. We're gonna head further down into Lamar Valley and hopefully find more things. I think the biggest tip that everyone shares, and I completely agree with, is that just look for the people, because everything will already be found, it seems like. I mean, maybe you'll get lucky, but It seems like just look for the crowds.
There's your paw.
I got all there. It's starting to be midday, which, you know, it's not ideal for picture taking. I'm going to go back out of the park. I just want to grab some groceries. I've just been eating snacks, and I just feel like I should get some actual food to have for the next couple days. And then I actually might just take a little nap. I might as well just go catch up on a little bit of sleep, because tomorrow morning I want to actually wake up a little bit earlier, so probably getting up around 5 again. So conserving energy where I can. I took a nap, and now I'm heading out for round 2 today. So it's 4:20 now almost, and I'm planning to be out here until sunset, until after sunset. I've checked in on the bear den a few times, and nothing. Packed a sandwich and snacks, and fully charged batteries. And I'm gonna battle this wind that is raging. Yeah, that's gotta be bison, right? About to be golden hour. The sun is getting lower in the sky. Here's the dilemma. I know if I go back to where I was last night and this morning, I'm pretty certain I'm going to see that grizzly bear over there. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. But I'm tempted to go back out the opposite way of where I'll ultimately be heading, just to see if there's something else. So it's like there's a guaranteed thing there, or like the chance that I see something over there. And as I'm saying it, I'm realizing that I should probably just go where there's a guarantee of seeing the bear. It doesn't matter if it's the same bear or another bear. Like, it's about just seeing a bear, right? Okay, I think I just worked it out, actually. Thanks for the pep talk. I think I'm gonna go back to where I was last night to see my grizzly friend. Day 3, 5:40 a.m. and it is snowing. Gloomy day. There's not as many people in the park because of the weather, I'm assuming, so there's no crowds congregating anywhere where I can be like, oh, that's some wildlife to see. This morning my mission was to try to find wolves. I didn't hear them, I didn't see them. We'll just keep driving around and see what we find. Alright, so I explored this morning after that crazy ride into the park for, I don't know, I think 6 hours. I came back to my cabin, I went to the grocery store, and now I'm gonna head back into the park wearing my new, I bought this today, and it's the best shirt I've ever seen. Like going into Yellowstone, wearing a Yellowstone shirt. It's that good. I have to wear it. I'm gonna go check on my bear friend and perhaps find some wolves that I got a tip on where they were this morning. This was cool, and this was my find. I'm so proud right now. I had a nosebleed, so it's so windy. That wind, it's 28 degrees and really windy, but I was driving by and I looked up on the top of this ridge and I was the one that saw the moose at the top of this ridge, and then I noticed there was a second moose, so there happened to be a parking lot right there. I pulled into the parking lot. I'm out there, I'm taking photo, I'm taking video, one other truck pulls up, and then a third moose appears up on the ridge, so I started taking a video of that. They all kind of headed down into this little lower area, so I was like, okay, time to go. Maybe I'll see a different angle of them. So I'm packing up my car and I turn around and there is a fourth moose coming up on the ridge. So I take my camera back out again, start taking video. By then, people are swooping in. I guess word spread or they see cars and they start coming. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one because usually I am just looking for where the people are. And this time, I was the people. Now I'm gonna check out this bear. It has dug up a carcass of a bison. I doubt I'm gonna find parking. Still waiting on this grizzly. I kind of don't think it's gonna come back down, mostly because someone over there is playing music kind of loud. If you're waiting for a bear, I think making loud sounds is probably the wrong move. I have my doubts that it's gonna come back out. You can kind of just see its butt back there behind a tree, but I don't think it's happening tonight. I have to say, what I really love about doing this kind of travel is that you meet the best people. This awesome dude is gonna try to help me scope out some wolves. Just ran into him again over there, and he has some ideas of where it's possible to see wolves. Look at all these people looking at the moose. They're still in the same spot. When I went down to Arizona, I stopped into a random, like a hummingbird, the Patton Hummingbird Center or something like that. Anyway, I met a couple of really awesome people there. Carla watches this channel, so if you're watching, Carla, hi. So I just fell into this birding community and met all these different people who were just so helpful. You know, they took me birding and they showed me where to look and were like, oh, that's of this, and you can tell because of this. And it was just really an awesome community. And it's kind of happened here too. When I got here the first day, I was kind of just like, are those bear tracks? Point is, I didn't know anything about where to go. And then I started recognizing cars, and then I started recognizing people. So anyways, I guess my advice, if you're looking to do any of this kind of travel, or if you're looking to do this kind of wildlife photography, is to find the people, talk to the people. I generally avoid people because I am an introvert and I don't really like making small talk and feeling obligated to travel with people or, have to entertain or talk, even have conversation. But getting a little bit out of your comfort zone, I guess, and making those connections. Now I kind of have this wildlife network in the park, and I've learned so much. And I couldn't have done half of this stuff or known half of this stuff if I wouldn't have just struck up conversation. So people are nicer and more helpful than you think they are. So you just have to ask, which is sucky sometimes. Anyway, I guess that's my advice. I've seen so much. And I leave tomorrow. So worth it. Next time I'm coming back for longer. Last day, last morning in the park, and I am getting one more chance to see the wolves. And of course, I'm gonna check on that grizzly too. I got sucked in again. Every morning I'm I'm like, I'm gonna go right past that grizzly and I'm gonna go search for wolves. I drove by and I see him digging in on this bison, so of course I had to stop. Those videos and photos look like I'm so close. I'm actually up above him on this pretty steep incline. Not saying he couldn't get up that incline, but I do think, you know, I'd have plenty of time to get out of there. Every time someone went by, he looked up at me. I was like, even though I knew I had time to get out of there, I wasn't too close, I still was just like, like you just feel that thing when a giant carnivore that could kill you looks you in the eye. It just gives you a certain feeling. Short morning this morning because I have to head into Bozeman and then to the airport. I'm back at Bozeman in the airport, returning my really fancy, really good smelling rental car. For now, I gotta get on this flight back to Salt Lake City. Just where I left her.